I'm impressed of what co-creation is, the power of co-creation, and being in the heart. It's incredible.
Because there's no, it always feels as you couldn't put a set of instructions, right? Yeah. Here is the set of instructions from you for you to go into your heart.
Yeah, no, it's not possible.
It's not possible.
No.
Because it would still be in the head.
Yes.
But it's they often talk about good leaders are the ones that aren't telling everyone what to do, but creating the environment for everyone to be at their best.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so how are we cultivating the soil, the environment? And so for us, as always, it starts with us.
Always.
You know, how am I going to show up? How am I arriving? What am I arriving with? What am I bringing? And it's like, just let that, and just step into that space and just be with them and be with. And we played with this before, you know, the idea of radiating, rather than shining, is an invitation for people to sit down in front of the radiator.
Yes, yes, true.
And so your natural warmth, radiation, light, and all of those things is attractive for people who are lacking light, lacking warmth, etc., to come and sit down with you, or to sit down beside you, with you, with
me, in the same energy. Because it's holding this energy, you know, it's creating this space that you were saying. It's creating this space, and it's inviting others to join in this space. And not for you, for me, or you, when you listen, to go into their space that it's a little bit scrambled.
Yeah. What are you arriving with?
My heart. My open heart. My heart that is opening. It was open, but it's opening more. And it's such a gratitude to be able to see you and meet with you. It's something that's so nice to look forward.
Yeah.
That we have this once in a while. So it's really, I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I'm always grateful for our time together. And as you say, it's lovely to look in my physical diary to see your name. And it's funny, isn't it, when we have all these people that we speak to, and how we react, respond, notice, become aware of how we are with different people. You know, and I'm thinking of one particular person. I know I've got to, if you like, have my A game. Right? I've got to be ready to think. And whereas when I'm with you and people like the lovely Victor.
Like Victor, yes. It gives me chills. It's very nice.
He's such a wise soul and beautiful. And you can, it's like, just thinking about it, it's like knowing that it's like your favorite blanket. You sort of, you pick it up and you know the feeling, already the feeling is arriving with you, with the blanket of what it's going to be like with it on
Mm.
or wrapped around you. Whereas if there's other people there and you've got to share that blanket and you end up with another blanket and it feels different, it's like, oh, I wonder what this is going to be like. I like that. A
Yeah.
favorite blanket.
Yes, because the blanket gives you warmth. Not every blanket gives you the same warmth.
Correct. And the same type of warmth.
Mm-hmm.
And the way it easily folds, and you notice the softness of the material. In fact, you don't notice because it just fits around your feet and your legs. Whereas others that maybe are a little bit rougher, you notice the arrival of the blanket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true.
Yeah, and there are people and places that are like that. And we were in Cyprus we came back about 10 days ago. We were there for 10 days. But I've been to Cyprus quite a few times. And even though I've not been to this particular hotel or the area, I just knew it was going to be all right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'd settled into it very quickly. Whereas, and same in some organizations, when I've walked in the building, it's like, this is okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing challenging about it. There's nothing that makes me close up.
It's the energy.
Yeah.
The energy of the people, the energy of the culture.
Yeah.
That we feel immediately, because we've talked about that. We are in a field, and everything around us. It's not that it's nothing. It's really oneness, and it's all energy, and it's so it's the tapping, the interaction with this energy that is around us, that makes us feel a certain way, or even intuitively know certain things.
Yeah. Because I'm wondering, when we say it makes us, or they make us, or he or she makes us, that it makes us.
I was saying about the field.
Yeah.
What we have around.
Mm.
It's the energy that it's mixed up, or it's co-created with the beings we have around.
Right. Yes. Yes. So we pick up all of that wherever we are. Yeah, because it was interesting where I was quite recently, and the absence of a person made it very different in a good way, actually. Equally, when you have a particular person in that group, it can change it as well.
Yes.
So there are those that can. So I'm thinking aloud now. So you're going to get those that have a larger energy, a bigger energy. I don't know. Stronger energy. Yes. And it can be from a good energy to a bad energy, and all of it in between. And they may, the complications, they may or may not be aware of it. They may not be consciously aware of their good or bad intentions that are going with it. Wow, and it's just all of that. It's almost that sort of soup, isn't it? That the soup is fine at the moment, and then we add this ingredient and everything changes.
Yes, it's mixed. It mixes up.
Yeah. And, in the work that you've done, probably, in fact, more so than I have, the introduction of a new person into the team, or the losing of a person in that team, and the impact it has.
Mm-hmm.
It might be a good loss, as in, we wish them well, but
Yeah.
there's still a loss.
Yeah.
Or there's those that, oh my gosh, thank goodness that's been taken out. Now we can settle. The introduction of a new boss, a new energy. There was one particular company, and it was quite a long office, but the entrance was round the corner, and you would know when the boss turned up.
Mm-hmm.
Not only did you know when he turned up, but you know what energy he had, whether he was a happy person or upset or a cross person. Even before you were aware that he'd arrived, it was something like, oh. And it is extraordinary how we get to pick that up.
It's tuning into that interaction, into that field, into that energy that is around us, and tuning into it.
Yeah.
And picking up all those things, yes. Getting aware, consciously aware of of what it is, and from where it comes, and what's the new mixture. What's the new.
Do you think you can have that awareness? So I'm thinking about that aloud. Can you have that awareness all the time? So as you're walking through life or living life, be aware of, just consciously aware all the time. Can you be?
I think
Is that
yes. But I think we can, for sure. It's just for us to practice.
Right.
It's like being in the heart. I think that also being in the heart, so present. I have Mr. Toy. You hear him?
Yeah, I can see him on the bottom right corner, sort of going in and out.
You didn't hear him?
A little,
bit.
tiny, not.
If not, I take him out.
No, not a problem at all. It's fine.
Yeah. But it's I think we can. It's in our. It's one of the gifts or skills we have. And when we are in our heart, that it means to be present, and to be.
Right.
So when we are present, we are connecting with all those things. We are connecting with that energy.
Right.
We are feeling if someone is leaving or coming in. We are feeling the energy around us, like you were saying, when you went to Cyprus, you felt it. It's the culture of the people. So it's the energy that is being created, and with the sun and with all this light,
Yeah.
So it's really, we pick it up. If we tune into it consciously, we're able to pick it up.
Right. And is the tuning, from your standpoint, the more the tuning is being present?
I think that we might need an additional ingredient or effort, let's say.
Effort.
Yeah, for then with the practice to become natural to us. But
Right.
I think we have to consciously tune into it so that then it turns out natural. Like at the beginning, I had to consciously go into the heart and practice there. For now, it to be natural.
Right. So it becomes more and more natural.
Yes. So it's the same thing now. Okay, I'm in my heart. I'm okay. So I can now, which we already do when we are here present. I'm tuning into your energy. So I'm feeling you and I'm recognizing you and I'm connecting with you. But I could do that also with someone else when I walk into a supermarket, or this tuning in, it's conscious, and it's
right.
it's made on purpose until it gets natural.
So if it was natural for you, then literally as you walk into the supermarket, you're picking it up.
Pick it up.
Yeah. And so the more we can be centered, more grounded, more present. I was going to say perhaps more intentional to be.
Yes.
And to really just let it all, surrender to it all. And then what I got a sense of is like that sort of tree that's able to, it's grounded, but it's able to sort of just move with it all.
Yeah.
And is not challenged by whatever arrives, whatever arises in front of them, around them. So you could be in that space walking and there's a loud noise and you can continue walking. It's just like, oh, there was a noise, rather than
the mind to scare.
Yeah. And I think it feels right for me as well that it's a place or state that we're all able to access if we want to, and through practice and awareness. And so Nick asked you what he invites people to do when they come up and sit in the chair is to close their eyes, because he knows that most people, when they're sitting in front of a camera, will typically get into a performative. What have I got to perform now? Hence, they're already rehearsing what they're going to say. Whereas what he then does is invites them to close their eyes so that he can adjust the camera and all the lighting and all of those things, which he does very well. But it settles them, helps them look inside. And therefore, when he invites them to open their eyes again, they're arriving into that place in a different state. And he said so many times, people have said to me afterwards, not to me, to him afterwards, I had no idea I was going to talk about that.
Yes.
Right? I came up with the intention to talk about this and this and this. And I didn't talk about any of those.
Yeah.
So again, part of he would argue, so let me say what I'm thinking, is that he creates a space. And he goes, how do you create space? He would say there is nothing to do and no one to do it. Right? So maybe this space is the co-creation, which you talk about beautifully, between two people. And it requires both. So it requires a full presence from him and his intention and his conscious choice to be with. I think it feels like be with is an important thing. The other. And the other settles into that place with them. And it's from that space it gets co-created.
Yes, I can see that a lot when I co-create conversations with people I don't know and I meet the first time. Recording the beginning, they're a little bit still in their mind or not knowing, and then they settle in. They go into their heart. And I've heard, and they're saying, suddenly, I don't know, I went beyond my mind.
Right. Okay.
They went beyond the mind into the heart, and then it's when they start flowing and sharing, open-hearted. And I've heard from some of them saying also they had to review the recording because they didn't remember what they had said. And when they
that's common.
And when they reviewed the recording many times, first they were saying, I don't remember I said that, but that was very nice. I didn't know. I knew that.
Oh, right.
And then that they integrated. They integrate and they change. It's incredible. They change from one conversation. I have many that tell me, they give me lots of thanks, and it has to do with them, not with me, but because they have changed their life through that conversation. Because they went into the heart and went beyond the mind.
Yes. And then they found these gifts.
They found
themselves in their heart.
That they never saw before.
Wow. How beautiful is that?
Yes, I mean, every time I hear something like that, I'm impressed of what co-creation is, the power of co-creation, and being in the heart. It's incredible.
Because there's no... It always feels as you couldn't put a set of instructions, right? Yeah. Here is the set of instructions from you for you to go into your heart.
Yeah, no, it's not possible.
It's not possible.
No.
Because it would still be in the head.
Yes.
But it's they often talk about good leaders are the ones that aren't telling everyone what to do, but creating the environment for everyone to be at their best. Mm-hmm. So how are we cultivating the soil, the environment? And so for us, as always, it starts with us.
Always.
How am I going to show up? How am I arriving? What am I arriving with? What am I bringing? And it's like, just let that, and just step into that space and just be with them and be with. And we played with this before, the idea of radiating, rather than shining, is an invitation for people to sit down in front of the radiator.
Yes, yes, true.
And so your natural warmth, radiation, light, and all of those things is attractive for people who are lacking light, lacking warmth, etc., to come and sit down with you, or to sit down beside you, with you,
with me, in the same energy. Because it's holding this energy, it's creating this space that you were saying. It's creating this space, and it's inviting others to join in this space. And not for you, for me, or you when you listen, to go into their space that it's a little bit scrambled.
Yeah.
And in the mind and fast. And so it's really inviting them by listening and by being in the heart. When you are there, you're present and in calm, for them to join you in co-creation.
Yeah. But it's okay if they come. It's okay if they don't come.
Yeah, it's okay. Everything is okay. Yeah.
And so that it's an open invitation. It's not conditional. I'm going to be here radiating. That's it. That's all I'm doing.
And anyhow, if they're not able, because if the time isn't good for them to sit next to us, with us in co-creation, we have radiated. And as we have radiated, there's a seed in them that one day will sprout.
Yeah, I like that. If you've been in a house which had no radiators,
Mm-hmm.
and you come into a house that has radiators that are on, and even though you're very happy with your jackets and trousers that you wear and everything at home, there's something that you go, ooh, that's nice. I just went there, and as I'm playing with it, as I've got older, I've noticed that my hands and my feet, the extremities, are always much colder. And for a few moments, I was able to warm my hands, but I didn't stay too long, because I didn't want to keep that feeling, because I haven't got that at home. But you're right in that when you are touched by that, you are forever touched.
Yeah, the feeling stays because you have
Beautiful. Yeah. And so the same is true with you, with your heart, me with my listening. Same things, really. That it transforms. There was a person I ended up speaking to quite late one evening, because he'd arrived late to the dinner, and he was talking about how he likes to fix things for his wife. So the moment he arrives, the moment she comes to him with a problem, I'm already fixing the problem. And before she's even finished telling me what the problem is, I've given her an answer. I said, supposing all she really wanted to do was sort it out herself. And he went, what do you mean? I said, supposing you just listened, and you metaphorically sat on your hands and your tongue, and you just, tell me a bit more, tell me a bit more. And at the end of it, she goes, actually, Mark, I've got it. I've got the answer. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your help. And you're thinking, what have I done? I'm not. She's found the answer. And he went, Next morning, he said, I've already had a conversation with my wife, and I did exactly what you said. Well, not exactly what I said, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he said, she did what you said she would do. He said, I just listened and said, tell me a bit more. And she said, oh. And so she told me a bit more. And then she went, I think I've solved the problem. So one conversation, one moment shifted. And suddenly his wife is thinking, maybe I can solve my problems. And that lovely, those 3 moments from the book Super Communicators. Do you want to be hugged? Do you want to be heard? Or do you want to be helped? And why do we ask people that? In that situation, actually, I really just I want a quick answer now. Okay, fine, done.
Yeah.
I just want to be heard. Okay. Just let me talk. And I've got a good friend of mine who did exactly that. He walked into the room, he said, Colin, would you just listen to me? And I went, sure. And he said, I don't need answers. Just. And he went, blah, 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 blah. He went, fantastic. Thank you. I needed to speak it out so I could understand it.
That's always.
And he was off. There's me go, because I was younger there, can I give you some answers? He goes, no, I've got what I want. And so, isn't it funny how we think our self-worth comes from being the answers?
Yeah.
But the self-worth can also come from listening and letting them come up with the answers.
Yeah. The word comes from the being, whatever it is, because being there and giving an answer is you've been there, you've listened, and you gave an answer. You listen only, you are there, no, you being.
Yeah.
And you be quiet.
Yeah.
Let's see, but everything, I think, everything, radiation, positive radiation can only come when you are present.
Yeah. So you've got
Real
to
help.
arrive. So both of us, as we would have done, would have arrived before we connected.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore it makes the connection much easier. And so, both of us are radiating, and both of us are enjoying the multiple radiation,
like the interaction
of the interaction. Yeah.
And
Nice.
going back to before, when you were saying tuning in the energy and all the things, I remember, because I think one thing is when we conscious is tuning, we are able to open up the skill we all have of telepathy.
Yeah.
And I remember, it was now, I would say 25 years ago, 26 years ago. And I always had certain things, that well, I'm now somehow developing whatever they are, skills. But I remember it was in Miami. I was working in a project. I was a project manager, and it was a very difficult project. And we had sometimes like barbecues or so with the client. They were all young. We were all young. And I remember one of the client, she opened the door and said hi to me, touched me somehow, and I felt she was angry with me because of the project.
Okay.
So I felt the information came in with this just saying hi, and when she just said hi to me, her energy came to me, and I remember asking her, "How are you? Why are you angry with me? No, are you okay?" And she was shocked.
Yeah, I bet. Yep.
But it was the energy I got. It was the information I got from her. It was I was tuned into that, and the information came in of her thoughts towards me.
Yes.
And why.
Wow.
And that's something I've never forgot. So it has been seeded in me.
Yeah.
This experience. And I know that when we are present, open-hearted, that's why we get so intuitive, because we are able to read. And as we are able to read, we are also able to read the energies of others, so the thoughts.
I think there's a piece what you've just said struck me. Open-hearted is like that. And so being open-hearted enables you to receive what's already there or being sent.
Yeah, for me, I think there are three, how do you say that, synonyms for me. And what I'm learning is being present, being who you are, and being open-hearted is the same thing.
Yep. You are being open-hearted. Yeah.
Because when you can only be open-hearted when your mind is in service to the heart. And when the heart is open to receive and give at the same time, no, that's another thing that I'm learning these days is that I've been seeing and well, reading more and then acknowledging and understanding and now knowing is that when you give, you receive simultaneously when you have an open heart. And when you receive, you give simultaneously.
Yep.
That's why it's the harmony, no, and the balance. But it's when you are present, and that's part of co-creation at the end. Co-creation is this giving and receiving, as we said many times, the dancing of giving and receiving, but at the same time.
Yeah.
Equally and simultaneously.
Yeah, I like that. I think there's a lot in what you've said. So it's the noticing of the being present, be it letting, and for me when I read who you are, that feels like radiating, radiating, and open-hearted. All of those enable you to be with them.
And tune in.
Yep.
The field.
Tune in and receive. Tune in and receive. And therefore, that's why you notice when you first met her, because you were like this, and it was like this big catch. Wow, okay, I got it. Whereas if you weren't present, if you weren't here, you would if you weren't present, you weren't open-hearted, you weren't in your essence, in flow, you would never have noticed.
Might have I don't think it bounces back, but my recognition bounces back. Let's say it's blocked. The heart is not open, so it's blocked, and I'm not able to read that energy that is passing through me.
Yeah, yeah. And I think even though we may not appreciate it, you could well have come away going, she was a bit off today. I've no idea why.
Yeah.
Because we just wouldn't notice it, but we noticed there was, I don't know what it was. I never felt comfortable today.
Yeah.
When I was there, I felt on edge all the time. Whereas you noticed it and you called it out. What happened when she was like shocked that you'd said this?
I think she in what I remember, she opened up and said, yes, I'm angry because of this. And I don't know what I don't remember what I said, but as I know me, I said, well, that's work, and then we sorted out that. But it's really, it was it was a strong one. And I also had some years ago with a friend of mine, and she was explaining me, I was sitting in a museum cafe, and she was explaining to me it's not homeopathy. It's something that it's in little bottles. That it's not like it's like the flowers, the Bach flowers.
Yes.
But it has another name. And so she was explaining that. And when she explained to me, and she was in it, I just felt like I walked through a wall. It went like this. And it was a wall that even I did this of energy. And I walked through a wall. Who knows what it is? No, I said, well, maybe I got the energy of all those essence at the time, because I was tuned into. I was listening to her and tuned into what she was explaining of each of those bubbles, essences, and I just felt like I would be walking against the wall and passing it. You know, the density that passed by and left. And so that's why I know energy people may say, well, you talk about energy. No, I know they exist because I felt this.
Felt it.
I feel it, no? But yeah, so it's really tuning, when you tune into it, open-hearted, listen, are present, well, you interact, you co-create with what's around you, with the field.
So what I wrote here, so I talked about tuning in. So you've talked about tuning in, and then I thought, I wonder if that is a much deeper form of listening. So obviously listening carries the words, but it's you're also picking up energy. You're in much the same way then you must be able to pick up their presence,
Yes.
their essence,
Yes.
and also their
Thoughts,
but thoughts, yes, and their open-heartedness, or how open they are.
yes,
Because in the same way, this is how you're showing up by doing that, and through where listening is a part of it. You're able to pick up all of those things yourself, because they say you can't know something until you know it yourself. So a friend of mine said, I just don't have any jealousy in my life. Right? So she is not a jealous person. So she never sees it in other people. This person has a lot of control, wants control, and then notices control in other people. Oh, they're so controlling. And I looked at her, and I didn't notice that.
The mirrors,
Yeah. But in order to notice it, you have to have it in yourself.
Yes, true.
Or enough, because some say that all of us contain all of the emotions, feelings, thoughts, etc. We have, but maybe in their own ways they are. We all have a different combination, and some of these, whatever they are very, very small. So with her, her jealousy bit may be very, very small, and therefore she doesn't see it, whereas control is much bigger, so she sees that all the time. Whereas my control is much smaller, and therefore I don't notice it so much. Maybe it mirrors. It's about mirroring who we're seeing, what we see, what we are, or who we are.
We see what we have for us to see. No, for me, that's why the relationships are so important. Any relationship, no, it's if we would be in a cave, we would see ourselves the way we see ourselves. It's very limited, no, and because we're not interacting with anyone that is mirroring to us how we are or who we are in that moment, no. So really, when we are judging others because of their judgment or their control and so on, it's because in reality it's that which we have around us now, and it's us that is just reflecting back.
Yep.
And so it's really a reflection of that which is for us to look into it. If it's not so positive, look into it and work and let it go, no, and work it out. Or those beliefs, work them out, because they're not helping us, because we see in others what it's us. So they're not helping us in any relationship, no?
We see it in them, but it's us. They're doing a great job of reflecting back.
Yes.
Who we are.
Yes, you see that a lot with insecurity. People that are very insecure, the way they act, it's always against others and pushing them down. not everyone, but many, push them down because they are so insecure themselves.
Yes. It's the only way they can make themselves feel better.
Yeah, but it's reflecting insecurity. So it's really saying, okay, why am I pushing other people so much down? There's something in me. I'm secure. Well, I should, if I'm more secure, I would respect others also for who they are. I don't respect myself for who I am because I'm insecure. I'm not feeling worthy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's why I don't give worth to the others, because I myself don't feel worthy.
I don't have it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They say that the traits you either love or loathe in others, you have them as well.
Mm-hmm. They're reflecting.
And it's like, so even when, this is the bit I smile at, even when you think it's the other person.
It's you.
No, that's not fair. There should be times when it can't, surely it must be them. Surely. Look, I've got the evidence, it must be. And that's why, you know, those intimate relationships, those that are really close, are the ones that will trigger you the most.
Yeah.
It's like, really?
They're showing to me
Yeah,
what you don't see.
they're bringing you a gift
Mm-hmm.
to mirror back
Yes.
what they're seeing.
Yes.
Can, just playing with that, and I'm in that space myself, I'm understanding it. How well can they reflect back? Is it always a pure mirror back, or can it be distorted by other issues of theirs? I'm trying to get out of it that it's mine all the time. All right, just so you know. Do you know what I'm playing with?
Yeah, I know. But I guess so. Plus, we have so many things to work on that not necessarily there's only one thing that is reflecting back, first of all, no? And
yes.
And secondly, yes, I guess we are, secondly for sure, because we are reflectors also.
Yep.
So it doesn't mean, let's say, if someone comes to you and is angry with you because of what happened to them, that you didn't have to do anything with that, like in the supermarket.
Yep.
And you go and someone shouts at you. You haven't done anything.
Yep.
So it's not that I'm a shouty person or angry person and that's why this person is reflecting to me. It's because I generated something in them for them to shout, and I triggered something unwillingly that has triggered them, and now they're shouting, but it's not because of me. It's because of what they have to solve themselves. You know, I remember.
Ooh, like it.
You know, I remember many years ago when I decided to close the Instagram, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Facebook account. I think already 5 years ago. And I sent WhatsApp. I sent a WhatsApp message to my friends and said, I decided to cancel WhatsApp and all those things. You can reach me by phone, as always, or email or Telegram. And I had a very dear friend of mine that reacted bullying me. Like, you're crazy, really. In 5 minutes, she was so triggered by that. She just wrote me so many ugly things, and she even called my boyfriend and talked to him that I was crazy. I was mad in my mind and so many things.
Wow.
And I called her, and she didn't pick up the phone. And then she blocked me. And then for me, I didn't expect, and it hurt me so much, you know. But I understood. I triggered something in her. It wasn't me.
Yeah.
It was a trigger she had gotten through a situation during COVID, and me saying, I'm closing, I'm not in WhatsApp anymore, that triggered in her something. No, that and well, I was the one to receive it, but not necessarily because it was me. It's more the triggering.
Right. So, because I could loop it back to, I would then need, this is just me thinking, I would need then to loop back and think about what is it that I'm doing that triggered them, because I want to take responsibility for it. But what you're proposing, which I like, is that as well as receiving things that trigger us for us to heal, we're also triggering other people for them to heal.
Yes.
So in your own way, your cancelling social media was a gift to them.
Yes, it was, I would say, a seed. Yeah. In that moment, she didn't understand, but 1 year later, she apologized for that.
So what was going on for her?
She didn't tell me. She just apologized. But I imagine what happened to her because she lost her grandma, no, and during COVID, and so many things were happening to her and me, and she's not close. She's not living close to me. So for me, closing WhatsApp was abandoning her.
Yeah.
You know, so it triggered her many things. But yeah, it wasn't her. It was the situation that
situations
triggered her,
that she was in. Yes,
she just went
right. And so, yeah, by her not being able to, she was upset because and angry because you'd, as you said, abandon her was underneath it, and so the abandonment issues. She may well have felt that her grandma had died and had abandoned her. And there may be other traumas through her life where that's happened.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe not only abandoned, many other things, no? But yes.
Yeah. And the fact that 1 year on she apologized, it's entirely possible that the lesson that she needed to receive from you had been integrated. She'd learned from it. We don't know, obviously.
We don't know, but I hope so.
But that's such an interesting idea because I've always seen it the other way, which is that when I'm receiving of it and it's triggering me, and therefore it's my stuff, and it's always my stuff. And in some respects, it was your stuff that triggered her.
Yeah.
But that was it was a lesson for her. It was a gift for her. And therefore, so you are responsible for the triggering, but it was in service of them. So
yeah, and surely I guess, surely I guess not. I'm sure, and I learned through that also a lot.
Okay.
I also, because it was a very, very strong bullying and very strong words and many things that well, you have to learn also that when you are open-hearted, you can get to things, and they don't mean it's really against you, no. So taking them in, you don't. It's good you're open-hearted, but not to take them in like that, because it really hurts, no. And it's and also for you to know that it's not you. In this case, I had to learn it's not me.
Yes. Their bullying says more about them than you.
Yeah.
So it's like the Four Agreements book. Yeah. Don't take anything personally.
No.
Always do your best, etc., etc. And so the more open-hearted you are, the more you're going to receive and the more you can give.
Yes, yes, always. And the more you aware become, and the more you're able to learn from situations.
Yep. Because within that is a willingness. Learn more and grow more.
Yeah, learning is growing, yeah. Directly. Learning is not the mind learning, it's like growing.
Like that. And that's why that's the most important journey is the head to heart. Because when you're in that heart space, that open heart space, is where the growth really comes from. The real growth. Because the growth in the mind is about the growth of intellect. That's it.
Yes, and when you, for instance, when you read books, you're learning things intellectually, but
yes,
you read books with an open heart, and you integrate what is for you to learn, to grow.
Ooh, I like that.
You know, so that's why it's for us, I think, in this realm to be in our hearts. It's this growing opportunity in all in everything that happens to you at work, with the books, with anything. You grow because you're integrating with the heart what the lessons for you to grow.
Okay, so one thought that arises from that is, if you read a book from your head, you will understand the book and the writing and the knowledge and the wisdom and all, maybe not wisdom so much, but the knowledge, and you can share it.
The logic.
But the logic, but it will feel like that when you talk about it. But you could also read a book and goes back to where we started, not remember much about the book because you've read it with an open heart, but you've learned and integrated potentially much faster. You have a strong sense of why that book made a difference. Even though you, from the heart, you know, but from the head, you struggle.
Yes, I do that. I can read a book. I read many books. You ask me, what is it that it says? And I struggle explaining it to you, but I know what it is. I have the essence of the book. I've integrated what has served me, and I am applying it.
I like that.
In my way, not applying in the steps through their way. It's applying in my way because intellectually, I don't have it in stone, and I just have the essence.
Yep.
So the steps aren't there in their way. They will be in my way because I've integrated them through my beingness, and I'm using them whenever necessary, but already more naturally and not through the mind.
So you might get a book, you read it, won't remember much about it, but what the heart needed to know, it got.
Yes.
So it's like it fast tracks what's needed.
Yes. And
I like that.
I might, for instance, I'm reading the book, finishing now, the book of Red Braden about, you see, I don't even know the title well. The healing of the beliefs or something like that, okay? Yeah.
Who's the author?
Greg Braden. I love him.
Oh, yes, Greg Braden. Yes.
Braden, yeah, Greg Braden. So it's a super nice book. It's simultaneous beliefs, healing through beliefs or something like that.
So I've got the Isaiah effect, the matrix, the divine matrix, and fractal time.
Yeah, I had the divine matrix, and this one is super nice. And I have also the last one here. I haven't gone there. But this book talks about beliefs and that we create reality through beliefs. Okay? And the beliefs in general, and the beliefs are created through our thoughts.
Yeah.
And the way we push them out is through our emotions and feelings, that how we create them. We create our world through beliefs, no? And the emotions is the action, is the battery, and the feelings are the serve our imagination to make them get alive, let's say, no? Because also Neville, no? Neville, he writes, no, you can create through your imagination, no? Through imagining that's already happening. And all those things, it has been already scientifically proven it's like that, no? So Greg says, okay, we create what we believe. So really become aware of what you're believing, because that's what you're creating in your life.
Yeah.
And become aware of what you believe is also observe your thoughts, no? The feelings and the emotions you have, because those are the ones that push your belief out into the creation.
Yeah.
So that's basically, the book has many things, but that's basically for now what I've integrated, because I know it. I know that our feelings and our thoughts and emotions generate, no? So it's the relationship with beliefs that I love. And it's now, as I'm used to observe my thoughts and feelings, I've become more aware of the beliefs I have.
Yes.
To change them and all the things, so that's the world I'm creating. And there's so many things that are changing in my life that is so beautiful. In general, this last year, because of the co-creation, and I'm seeing so much, because you all are reflections, no? And I'm learning so much from them. But yes, so from this book, that's the essence of the book, basically, in the way I'm able to explain with my mind. But it has been integrated in me already, because I was already in the path of it.
Yeah. Yeah. And so your heart just took what it needed, so I can receive that. That's all I need.
Yeah.
And then I can, it almost gives you that shift that you needed without
giving a thought.
Giving a thought, without giving.
Having it logically, because it's really integrating. As I read from the heart, and I take in.
Yeah.
Because I'm in calmness, and that's why I also, when I'm reading, I get insights to which I respond to, like ideas and things. I get very creative.
Yes.
Because when I read, I'm in my heart, so I'm reading from the heart, not intellectually. I'm reading from the heart. But I'm not able to describe to you all the steps and the beliefs and the patterns that are in the book intellectually.
Yeah, because so it really does take a clever writer or an insightful writer to write in a way that people can read it with their head and their heart. And you said something there which triggered was, I just did it without a thought. I did it without a thought. And we talk about that, don't we? We did it without a thought. It happened yesterday or the day before with Mark. You know Mark, right? Beautiful soul, beautiful Mark McCartney.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
And
amazing soul, yes.
And I said to him, "Are you something like, how are you arriving or something like that?" And he went, "No, I'm fine." And I just, without a thought, I said, "You sure?" And it stopped him, and he went, And there was some other things that were arriving with him that because I sort of like went, "Are you sure?" Caused him to notice them. It doesn't matter what they were.
No, but you reflected to him.
Yeah.
There was something more.
But it was that without a thought. I didn't go, oh, he said all those things. Do I believe him? And I didn't have this long conversation with myself. I just went, are you sure?
Yeah.
He just laughed. Wonderful. Wonderful, 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 my friend. Awesome time.
Yes.
Thank you.
Always. I'm learning so much. You
Likewise.
reflecting to me and I'm reflecting to you. Co-creation. Yeah. I'm integrating with you. I integrate so many things that I learned throughout the month or the weeks that we haven't seen. Yeah, no, Bless. It's true from the heart, really. And yes, I'm sharing with you, and I love it, and I grow with you. I appreciate it a lot, a lot, a lot.
Yeah, likewise. It's lovely to. What I appreciate about us most is that we can play with these little pieces and take them deeper and deeper and
yes,
deeper.
I love that.
And there's a couple, just that one which is like, oh, so even though I'm responsible for the triggering, it's the gift I'm giving them is the triggering that they're having. As you did with your friend, and how it unraveled sometime later. Yes. It doesn't have to be sorted now.
No, and everyone has their time and and we respect it. It comes from somewhere. So yeah,
we have it's like on the journey. This is where I had to do that disconnect, and this is where I had to reconnect. Okay.